Welcome to your gentle flow and stretch class. If you would like to grab a couple of blocks or a strap, it's not required, but if you know that you like that to feel supported in your practice, then go ahead and grab it. We're going to start off in Sukhasana, so you're comfortable cross-legged sit. And then you'll sit up nice and tall. Allow for your spine to elongate, so you want it to feel kind of like a staircase, your vertebrae stacking one on top of the other. And then roll your shoulders back and down so that you can lift your heart space a little bit higher. Draw the pit of your belly in and up. And then I invite you to close down your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. And then allow for your shoulders to kind of draw up towards your ears and then to roll back down. Take a nice, deep, long inhale. Allow for your breath to travel all the way up your spine. And then exhale to soften, to release, let it go. Shoulders back and down. Your collarbones broaden, they expand. Deep breath in and out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, roll maybe your shoulders up towards your ears if you like it. And then exhale, soften them back and down. Keep your lifted spine, your elongated spine. And then on your next inhale, reach your arms out and up. Now interlace your fingers and bring your hands behind the nape of your neck and then let your elbows open out wide. So allow for the back of your skull to just rest into your hands. Now if you have anything going on with your neck today, you might just skip this and you might just look side to side with your face, right, with your hands down. If your neck feels okay today, on your inhale, lift your chin, let your heart kind of reach forward, and let the back of your head fall back into your hands. So you're kind of looking up. Now on the exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest and bring your elbows towards one another. On your inhale, lift, let your head drop back. And then exhale, tuck your chin, round it forward, bring your elbows together. Got 3 more just like that. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round. Last 2, inhale. And exhale. Last 1. Inhale to lift. And exhale to round. And on your inhale, slowly come back up. And as you exhale, release your hands down by the side body. Now with your inhale, reach your arms up and over your head. And on the exhale, drop your left hand down and reach your right arm up and over. Let's get a side body stretch. Let your right hip stay rooted to the ground. Perhaps you gaze up underneath your right tricep towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and out. And on your next inhale, take both arms high. And on the exhale, drop your right hand down, reach your left arm up and over. If you feel this at all in your low back, take a baby tuck of your pelvis so that your pubic bone pulls up towards your navel. Breathe here. Maybe you gaze up underneath your left tricep. And on your inhale, come right back through center. Reach your arms up like you mean it. And on the exhale, twist over to the right. Let your left hand find your right thigh. Your right arm is like a second spine. So drop your hand back behind your hip. And then lift. So you inhale to elongate. Exhale to twist just a little bit. On your next inhale, rotate back front and center. Reach your arms high. And exhale, twist over to the left. Take your right hand to your left thigh. Your left hand is now your second spine. Lift your chest. This is your inhale. Excuse me. And then as you exhale, twist just a little bit more. Your gaze can go over your left shoulder if you'd like. Take a deep breath in, allow for everything to elongate, to rise. With the exhale, you might twist just a little bit deeper. On your inhale, come right back to front and center. Let's do that again. On the exhale, drop your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over. Now inhale, take both arms up to the sky. And exhale, drop your right hand down and reach your left arm up and over. Just breathing here. Now inhale, both arms up. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, right back front and center, arms high. Maybe you lift your gaze. And then exhale, twist to the left. Long spine, lifted crown. Inhale, right back to front and center. Perfect. Exhale, drop your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over. This time we hold. So if you would like to go a little bit deeper, you're going to walk your left hand away from you as long as your right hip can stay down. Really reaching through your right side body. Notice when you inhale how your bottom floating rib lifts up and away from the top of your hip. And you kind of bow out through the right side of your body. Inhale, take both arms up to the sky. And then exhale, drop your right hand down. Reach your left arm up and over. Option to stay just like this or to slide your right hand a little bit farther away from you, going a little bit deeper. You might even bring your right forearm down to the ground, but you keep breathing. Now inhale, come right back up. On the exhale, twist over to the right. Now this time I want you to get as long as you can in your spine. Maybe your gaze goes over your right shoulder, getting a little bit deeper into your upper thoracic spine with your twist. Now on your inhale, lift your right fingertips up kind of towards the back of your mat. And on the exhale, swing your right arm forward. Cross it over your left arm and let your right hand find your left thigh. So you're making an X with your arms. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, arch, kind of dome out your upper back and tuck your chin. Good. Breathe here. Now slide your left hand out from underneath you. Let your left hand come behind your left hip. Inhale, lift your chest, elongate your spine. And then exhale, you twist to the left a little bit deeper. Breathing here. Shoulders back and down, chest are high. Perfect. Gaze over your left shoulder, maybe. And then inhale, take your left fingertips back, reach your left arm up and over. And then exhale, cross your left arm over the right. Make that same X, but now your left arm is on top and your right arm is on the bottom. Inhale here. And then exhale, dome out your upper back, tuck your chin. Perfect. Now inhale, lift your chest, release your arms, and exhale, cactus your elbows back and down, open up through your chest. Perfect. Now inhale, reach your arms up and over. On the exhale, come onto hands and knees, so just find your box pose. I'm going to slide this underneath my knees because I'm on a hardwood floor with a thin mat. So when you get there, stack your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers out wide. Now with your inhale, drape your soft belly down towards the ground. Lift your chin, lift your tail. And then exhale to reverse the movement. Dome out your upper back, tuck your chin, tuck your tail, navel to your spine. And then inhale, roll back through. Press your heart forward between your upper arm bones. And exhale to dome out your upper back. Drop the crown of your head down. Inhale. Last round. Find your cow pose. And exhale to your cat pose. Now inhale, come right back into your neutral spine. Keep your hips over your knees. And then walk your hands forward. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. And come into your puppy pose. So Anahata Asana. You walk your hands forward while keeping your hips over your knees. And you drape your chest down to the ground. Your first variation is to just bring your forehead down. If it's not going to come all the way down, that's fine. You could put a block underneath it. And then if this fits like a glove, You might take your chin to the ground and gaze forward. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, slide your hips back towards your heels. Break your chest onto your thighs. And find Balasana, your child's pose. Shoulders back and down. Roll your forehead from side to side. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, press back up into your box pose. Take your inhale here. Now on the exhale, curl up your toes. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. It's just a little bitty bit. I want you to hover your knees for just 3 breaths. Warming up your core for 2. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, press your hips up and back to downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet. Do whatever you need. Try to lift your hips up and back to an inverted V shape. Now your feet might be about hip width distance apart, and your hands might be about shoulder width distance apart. But let your chest press in towards your thighs, let your head hang down, gaze towards your inner thighs. You can pedal your feet side to side. You could bend your knees a lot and really lift your hips. Find something. And then we're all going to inhale, bend your knees, look forward. And then exhale as many steps as you need to take your feet to the top of your mat. They're about hip width distance apart. If you have your blocks, you're going to take them and place them right in front of your feet at this point. And then inhale, take a halfway lift. Crown forward, tail back, belly in and up. And then exhale, fold yourself down. Ragdoll, grab onto opposite elbows. And let's take a little sway. If you prefer stillness, just be still, it's fine. And then let your head hang down. And then come right back into center. Now with your inhale, lengthen your spine. On the exhale, take a baby bend into your left knee. Your right leg is straight. Place your left hand either on a block or on your mat. So you're making an equilateral triangle with your left hand and your feet. And then inhale, stack your right shoulder on top of the left. Your tailbone is still pointing to the back of your mat. And reach your right arm up to the sky. Traditional drishti, your gaze point, would follow your right thumb. Breathe here. And then maybe you circle your right arm out just a little bit and go in both directions. Take one more inhale. And exhale, fold yourself back down, let it go. You can shimmy around for a second. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, soft bend into your right knee, your left leg straightens. Now your right hand replaces the left, right? And then slowly stack your left shoulder on top of the right. Check with your low back. You want your hips to stay level and square. It's easy for them to kind of get wonky. And then maybe your left hand reaches all the way up to the sky, and you gaze to your left fingertips. Breathe. And when you're ready, you can start to circle. And then go in the opposite direction. One more inhale. And then exhale, fold it back down. All right. On your inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up to standing, nice and slow. And then let your shoulders soften back and down. All right. So from here, half sun salutations. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And exhale, hinge at your hips and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt your chest to the ground, to your thighs. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Lift your chest. Inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale your hands to heart. Inhale, arms up, look up. And exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, melt your chest down. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, melt it down. All right, so from here, your feet could stay hip-width distance apart, or you can heel-toe them together. You choose. On the inhale, bend your knees. Sit your hips back and down. Lift your chest, lift your arms, and find Utkatasana, your first chair pose of your practice. Pull your belly in. So the more you can draw back here, the more you're supporting your lumbar spine. So directly opposite from where you're engaging, you're supporting. Sit your hips back and down, and then lift your chest again. Breathing here. Gaze up if it feels okay in your neck. Holding this for just a few more breaths. And as you breathe in, you know you're breathing in. And as you breathe out, you know you're breathing out. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, fold yourself down. Release, let go. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. Let your left knee soften down to the ground. And then your right knee is a 90-degree bend. So your knee stacks over your heel, over your ankle. And then there's like a little slight diagonal line from your left hip to your thigh to your knee. Here we go. Now on your inhale, bring your shoulders up over your hips, your arms up over your head. Stay right here for your exhale. Breathing in, allow for your inner thighs to kind of draw towards one another so you find some stability, like a foundation, right? Now with your inhale, reach your fingertips just a little bit higher. On the exhale, take your elbows back and down and lift your chest. Now inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, open arm twist towards the right. Take your left fingertips forward, your right fingertips back. Now let your right hand maybe find the small of your back. Inhale, lift your left fingertips just a little bit higher so you start to open up through your left side psoas. And then exhale, take your left hand down, reach your right arm up to the sky and gaze up to your right hand. So inhale, stay right here. Exhale, bring your right hand down, shift your hips back, straighten your right leg and flex your toes back towards your shin. So you could be on blocks here, on either side of your right leg. You choose. And then on your next inhale, walk yourself back forward. Bring your shoulders over your hips, your arms up over your head. Exhale, take your elbows back and down and lift your chest. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale your right hand to the small of your back. Lift your left arm up to the sky. And then exhale, left hand down to the ground. And inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, right hand down to the earth. Shift your hips back. Straighten your right leg and flex your toes back towards your shin. Last round, inhale, walk it forward. Bring your shoulders up over your hips, your arms up over your head. Exhale, your elbows back and down and lift your chest. Inhale, arms high to reach. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale, your right hand down, your left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, your left hand down to the ground. Inhale, float your right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, bring your right hand down, shift your hips back, straighten your right leg, and now we hold. Pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Flex your toes back towards your shin. Breathing here. Hold it for just a couple more breaths. All right, y'all. Exhale completely. Sorry. And then on your inhale, walk yourself back forward. Curl up your back toes. Lift your back knee. And then giant step forward. Exhale, top of your mat. Both feet together. And then you inhale, take a halfway lift. Crown forward, tail back, belly in and up. And exhale, fold it back down. Bring your hands down to the ground. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. And let your right knee soften down. Your left knee is a 90-degree bend. So stack your knee over your heel, over your ankle, and catch the diagonal from your right hip, thigh, knee. Now inhale, shoulders over your hips, arms up over your head. Stay for your exhale. Pull the pit of your belly in and up so you're supporting your low back. Good, y'all. Now take one more inhale. Reach your arms just a little bit higher. And then exhale, take your elbows back and down towards your kidneys. So cactus your arms. Inhale, reach your arms high. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Your right fingertips forward, your left fingertips back. Now on the inhale, your left hand finds the small of your back. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Feel that stretch on your right side psoas. Just stay there and breathe for a second, this first one. Take your inhale, reach your right fingertips back a little bit more. And then exhale, drop your right hand down to the ground. Inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. Gaze to your left fingertips. Breathing here. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Shift your hips back. Straighten your left knee. And flex your toes back towards your shin. Long, strong spine. Now we move it through breath to movement. Inhale, walk yourself forward. Shoulders over your hips. Arms up over your head. Exhale. Elbows back and down, lift your chest. Inhale, your arms go high. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, left hand to your low back. Your right arm reaches up and back. Exhale, your right hand comes down. Inhale, float your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Shift your hips back. Straighten your left leg. Inhale, walk yourself forward. Shoulders over your hips. Arms up over your head. Exhale, elbows back and down, hearts high. Inhale, arms up, lengthen. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, take your left hand to the low back. Your right arm reaches up and over. And then exhale, your right hand down. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, your left hand down. Shift your hips back. Now we hold. Flex your toes back towards your shin. And then let your left hip pull back. Right hip forward. Your spine is long. We breathe here. You can always have a soft bend or a deep bend to your left knee, whatever it is that you need. All right, y'all. Exhale completely. As you inhale, walk yourself forward. Now, this time as you exhale, curl up your back toes, lift your back knee, and spin over towards the right. Once you're there, take a bend into your right knee, straightening out your left leg. And then you inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, now bend the opposite knee. And just move side to side for a moment. So you inhale, lift through center. Exhale, bend your other knee, straighten out the opposite leg. You're just going side to side in a high skandasana, stretching your inner thighs and your groin. Make sure you're moving with your breath. and you're even from side to side. Inhale, come through center. Your toes are either parallel to the long edge of your mat or they're slightly pigeon-toed. And then exhale, drape your chest in between your thighs and drop the crown of your head down. Find a hinge at your hips. And you might even be tucking your chin as you bring the crown of your head closer to the earth. Breathe here, shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, take a halfway lift. And as you exhale, just spin back towards the top of your mat. Inhale, bend into your left knee. And then exhale, it's a giant step forward. You're at the top of your mat and you forward fold. Now inhale, bend your knees, sit your hips low, reach your arms high. So it's your second chair pose. I'm going to scoot back so y'all can see. I'm actually going to face forward, make it a little bit easier maybe. Now from your chair pose, root down into the four corners of your left foot. That's going to be your base. Inhale, lift your right leg and cross it over the left and drop your right toes down like a kickstand. Perfect. Inhale, open your arms out to a T. Exhale, bind up your hands at the small of your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, puff up your chest. And then exhale, you might just fold halfway down. Let your forearms find your backside ribs. And breathe, your gaze is just at the floor. You could float your right foot completely if you really want to work your balance. On your inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, unravel. Right foot back down to the ground. Stand up, release your hands. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And then exhale to fold yourself down. Bend into your knees. Inhale, sit your hips low. Reach your arms high. And then exhale, root down into the four corners of your right foot. Inhale, lift your left leg. And then exhale, cross your left leg over the right. You can drop your left toes down like a kickstand. Inhale, open your arms out like a T. Exhale, bind up your hands at the small of your back. Now inhale, puff up your chest. You can float your left foot all together if you want. And then exhale, hinge at your hips. Take your chest down halfway. Gaze towards your right big toe or towards the long edge of your mat. Exhale completely. Inhale, bring your shoulders over your hips. And then exhale, unravel. Left foot back down to the ground. Stand up nice and tall. Now inhale, reach your arms out and up. And on the exhale, fold yourself down. Inhale to your halfway lift. And then exhale, bring your hands down. Step your feet back and lift your hips to your inverted V. Downward facing dog. Good, y'all. Now from here, inhale, float your right leg up to the sky. And on your exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist. And then slide your left leg behind you. So half pigeon. Your right shin could go up to parallel with the top of your mat. Let your left hip feel heavy. Now your right heel could be all the way towards your pelvis. You choose. But on the inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull your heart forward. And then exhale, melt yourself down. Let it all go. Breathe. right, y'all? So from here, slide your hands back. Inhale to lift your chest. Now as you exhale, roll over to the right so you can kind of swim your left arm around, your left leg around. And once you get there, extend your left leg long and bring the sole of your right foot towards your left inner thigh. Now, inhale, reach your arms out and up. So it's Janu Shirshasana A. And then exhale, fold at your left thigh, your left hip, reach your chest forward, and relax your brows. You could still have a bend to your left knee if you need it, so all good. Ideally, we feel this kind of like opening up through the left hamstring, the right hip, and your low back on the right side. And then if you want to get a little bit of a lat stretch, you could walk your hands over to the left a little bit more. It's a little bit of a twist. You're going to feel it all the way. You might feel it in your rhomboids. I do. Just kind of feel out what you need today and do that. All right. You're going to walk yourself back forward. This is your inhale. And then exhale, walk yourself back up. Shoulders back and down. Now with your inhale, lift your right knee. And then as you exhale, take your right foot over to the outside of your left knee or left thigh. Right hand comes behind your hip. Inhale, reach your left fingertips high. And then exhale, twist towards the right. So you can either hug your right knee in or slide your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. You do you. But as you inhale, lengthen your spine, open up through your collarbones, and exhale, twist just a little bit more. Breathe. Now inhale, turn your gaze forward. And on the exhale, counter twist over to the left. So drop your hands over to your left side of your mat. Now inhale, come right back through center. On the exhale, unravel your legs. Bring your feet underneath your knees or maybe a little bit out in front of. And then your hands are behind your hips with your fingertips pointing towards you. Really press down into the webbing between your thumb and your forefinger. And with your inhale, lift your hips up into the sky. Breathe. So it's a reverse tabletop. Your gaze is just at the ceiling. So your neck, your spine is all in a straight line. Breathing here. Take one more inhale. And exhale, sit yourself back down. Nice and slow. Cross your feet at your ankles. Come forward. And then step yourself back into your downward facing dog. Let's move it to the left side. If you need to sway your hips a little bit and kind of move around, feel free to do so. And then inhale, float your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, your left knee to your left wrist. Slide your right leg long behind you. There should be no pain or tension in your left knee. So if you feel anything weird, flex your foot. Draw your heel in more towards your pelvis, whatever you need to do to release the pressure and the tension off of your kneecap. Now inhale, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, melt yourself down over your left leg. You're here for a little bit over a minute, right? It's almost like 2 minutes. So just find that space and get into it. And I'm purposefully not cueing, because I just want you to breathe and be in this space. Relax and release. 5 more breaths here. All right, y'all, slide your hands back. Inhale to lift your chest. And as you exhale, spin over to the left and let your right leg swim out in front of you. So Janushirshasana A, opposite side. Your right leg extends straight from your hip. Press the sole of your left foot towards your right inner thigh. Now inhale, there's no pain, no tension in the left knee. Reach your arms up overhead, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, fold over your right thigh. Shoulders back and down, pull your heart forward, and breathe. You can kind of slide your navel towards your right thigh bone. It's a little bit more helpful. On your next inhale, lengthen your spine. Then as you exhale, walk your hands back. Now lift your left knee. And then take your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Press your foot down, left hand behind your hip. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky. Now you have this option to just hug your left knee in if that's what feels better. Or you slide your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Now inhale, lengthen your spine first. And then exhale, you twist a little bit deeper. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. But breathe here. Your right foot is active. Breathing here. On your inhale, turn your gaze forward. And then as you exhale, walk your hands over to the right. Get your counter stretch. And then inhale, come right back in through center. Exhale to unravel. Now bring your feet out wide. So we're going to take a seated wide straddle. If you feel anything pulling on the inside of your knee or your thigh or your groin, you're going to bend your knees or bring your feet in closer together or both, right? So kind of feeling it out. I bring my hands behind my hips. Inhale, lengthen my spine first. And then exhale, hinging through the hips rather than the waist. So you're trying to pull forward. Melt yourself down. Find that space where you feel something. Don't go too far. Breathing here for 5. Relax your brows and your jaw. Now slowly walk your hands back so that you can inhale. Lift your chest, your shoulders back over your hips. And then exhale, bring your legs back together. Now from here, take your body to where whenever you come down onto your back, you land on your mat, right? So you might have to shimmy back around a little bit. I'm going to drop this down here for my head. And then make a C curve and try to come all the way down, nice and slow. One vertebra at a time. Perfect. And then once you're down, take a full body stretch first. So reach your arms up and over your head and your legs forward. Go ahead and roll out your wrists and your ankles. And then as you exhale, hug your knees and towards your chest for a second. You're going to rock your knees side to side so you feel this little massage on your low back. And then just hug your knees in for a moment and breathe. Feel the pressure on your abdomen, on the front of your ribs. Relax your shoulders from your ears. then let your feet come down to the mat, hip width distance apart. Your hands come down next to your hips, palms face down. And then your knees and your toes are at 12 o'clock. Let's take a bridge pose. Inhale, lift your hips up. Now as you exhale, you might start to walk your arms underneath your shoulders. Just be here and find a space, right? Now wherever you are, take an inhale, lift your hips a little bit higher. And then exhale, soften your hips down, one vertebra at a time. Hold for your inhale. And then exhale, Supta Baddha Konasana, your supine butterfly pose. Let your knees fall open, the soles of your feet come together, and your heels drawn towards your sits bones. Breathe here for a moment. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly draw your knees back in. Now bring your right knee in towards your chest. Your left foot, left knee stay exactly as they are. You can kind of stir your right thigh bone around in your hip socket. Go in the opposite direction if it feels all right. And then we inhale here. Exhale to a half happy baby. Peace fingers to your right big toe. Draw your knee towards your armpit. If that doesn't feel great, you're going to release the foot altogether and just let your foot flex towards the sky, but your hand can come down or to your right hamstring. Try to keep your left hip down on the floor. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, cross your right ankle over your left knee, and then gently press your right palm towards your right inner thigh. Kind of moving your right knee away from you so that you open up through your right hip. We're not going to stay super long in this. You can stay right here in your figure four, or you can exhale just to release into a half, like a supine pigeon for just a moment. Feel some low back release. Relax your shoulders back and down. One more inhale. Exhale your left foot down to the ground. Inhale, open your arms out to a T. And then exhale, drop your knees to the left and turn your face to the right. Breathe. You can leave your right knee pointing up. You can draw it in towards your chest, or you could even press it away from you. Now exhale completely. And then your inhale, slowly come back through center. And then exhale to release. You can hug both knees in if you'd like for just a moment. And then your right foot would come back down to the ground, so now you're just hugging in your left knee. Your right foot is on the floor, right knee bent. Left knee, left thigh in towards your chest. And you can stir your thigh bone around. And then go in the opposite direction. Find stillness. Inhale here. Exhale to your half happy baby. Let your right hip stay heavy. And take the sole of your left foot towards the sky. One more inhale. On the exhale, slowly release. Let your left ankle cross over your right knee. Take your left hand and then gently press your left thigh, your left knee away from you, stretching out. Breathe here. And then you have the option to inhale, stay, or exhale, supine pigeon. Draw your right thigh in towards your chest. Just a couple of breaths, nothing crazy. Take one more inhale here. Exhale your right foot back down to the ground. Inhale, open your arms to a T. Exhale, drop your knees to the right and turn your face to the left. Now you can leave your left knee as it is. You can draw it in towards you. You can press it away from you. Now exhale completely. Inhale to come right back through center. And exhale, unravel, release. And when you're ready, find a full happy baby. Peace fingers to your big toes or hands to the inner or outer arches of your feet. And one more inhale here. And then exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. You can wrap your arms around your shins. Bring your forehead up for a second. Let your head and shoulders come back down. And then press your feet into the sky for waterfall, legs up the wall. You can just be here and be still. Or you can draw little figure eights or circles on the ceiling with your feet, massaging your low back. One more inhale here. And then exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest one last time. Wrap your arms around your shins. Inhale here. Exhale, full wind removing pose. Lift your shoulders, tuck your chin. Holding here for 3 breaths. Take one more inhale. And then exhale, extend your legs forward. Let your feet hang comfortably open. And then you can take your arms out to the side, body, or out, sprawl out, whatever you want. Find a space that feels relaxing to you, where you can completely let go and rest. Close your eyes. Relax your brow. And Shavasana. what you need is to be here a little bit longer. You're going to tune me out and stay right where you are because there's no rush. Otherwise, begin to deepen your breath, to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And on the inhale, float your arms up overhead. Find your full body stretch. And as you exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. You can roll over to the right or press up straight away into your comfortable, easy sit, your Sukhasana. It's the same way we started class. Crossing your ankles, sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back. Your hands can come down into your lap on your knees or in Anjali Mudra at heart center. So we take this final moment, this pause, to be grateful for the fact that we have this practice that we can show up to, for the wonderful things that our bodies are capable of, that our bodies do for us, feeling some gratitude for all of that. So thank you for stepping on your mat whenever it is that you take this practice. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Namaste.